on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we have episode number 3 of MUT Mailbag. This is a series on my YouTube channel where I answer your questions regarding MUT 23 and Madden in general. Now, before we get into this episode, guys, if you like it, if you enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, guys, if you're brand new here, you were searching on YouTube for MUT 23 content, whether it's how to get free players, how to get free coins, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for all of that. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Shout outs to everybody that submitted a question. I'm going to try to do these a little bit more frequently. It's been a few weeks since we did episode 2, and typically now that we're not getting content on Fridays, I feel like Friday might be a good day to go ahead and get MUT Mailbag episodes out. But let's scroll through the questions. I think I should be able to get through all of them. If I don't, my apologies. Save it for the next episode. And we're going to start with Brian. He says, how is it being a full-time content creator? It's been about a year now. Also, with all the game issues, have you seen a decline in people watching your videos? And Brian says he's here until the end. Thank you, Brian. Full-time content creator, almost a year. It was early November, so we're like a month away from it. It's been pretty good. It's been a lot of ups and downs. It is kind of a struggle right now. Not so much as views, but just kind of like paying attention to the disconnect between EA and the customers and just people being frustrated with the game. I definitely get messages almost on a daily basis of people basically saying they're done with the game, and that really is not great for my line of business right now, obviously. But the views compared to last year around this time and right now are way up, and the launch of Madden 23 was very, very good. I've never had, a month that good as far as September and August go. So things are going well. Hopefully EA can get things situated because I think this is a really good game. A lot of people seem to be enjoying the gameplay. For the most part, there's a few issues that can be fixed, but for the most part, it's a solid game as far as gameplay goes. If they can get these MUT issues right, I think things will be a lot better, but, there's so many going on. A lot of people are losing hope, and I don't blame them. Mitchell says, who do you want the Eagles Team Diamond player to be? Also, who do you think the Pats player will be? I'm hoping it's Gronk or Vince Wilfork. Honestly, I don't know for the Patriots. I would probably say a guy like maybe Rodney Harrison could be an option because they seem to always have his rights every single year. For the Eagles, I got a feeling because like a list of players and legends that will probably be in the game leaked out at the beginning of MUT 23. I think it's going to end up being Ike Reese, which isn't really needed for an Eagles team. Some players I would love to see out of, obviously, Donovan McNabb, my favorite player of all time. But I would love to see like a Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, somebody from that era would be pretty cool. Jeremiah Trotter is another one that's, a little bit older that I would like to see back in the game. So those are some ones out there. I think Shady would probably be my favorite if it were to happen, but who knows if it will. Chad says, in previous Maddens, I would run a dual theme team, 25 Niners, 25 Saints. I think dual theme team wouldn't be beneficial this year given the 40 player requirement for a speed boost. Would you agree with this assessment? Absolutely, yeah. The way that they changed theme teams this year, I think the move is probably to go with like 40 of whatever team is going to get you, what 40 of your favorite team or whatever players are going to get you to that 40 mark. And then the rest of them just try to go best player available because the 40, needing 40 for the speed boost. And technically you really only need 37 players because you get the ×3 strategy item. You can go ahead and pick that up to give you the additional 3 to get you to 40. But at the end of the day, to answer your question, no, dual theme teams are not going to help you out because you can't get speed boosts on both of them with that requirement. Shout out to my guy Roboto, aka Rubber Toe. He says, can you explain what people are getting wrong about the pack strike and what we should all be doing together against EA? At the end of the day, man, just don't open up packs with money. I don't know if this is going to work or not, and I kind of peeked at the questions. I think somebody else asked something similar, but we just have to stay together and fight through it if you're going to join us. If you're not and you don't want to, it is what it is. I'm not here to change your mind. There's just so many issues going on. That mixed with bad pack odds and just not getting the value for your money, I don't really see why anybody would want to be spending their money right now when you're just not getting greatness or anything even close to what you're giving out in return. So for me, and if you guys want to follow suit, like we're just not going to open up packs until number one, at least they acknowledge it and maybe give us some type of plan for what they might change. Or number two, we start to see better bundle offers better pack odds, but, you know, we got to stick together for those of you that are in this and fighting with the pack strike here, and just try not to cave. It's only been like a week and a half at this point. They're probably not going to give in right away. I think they might be waiting it out to see if we're really serious. We got to show them that we're serious if we want any changes. The other thing is, real quick, I'm going to go off on a tangent. I can't tell you how many messages, comments that I've gotten over the last so many years. EA's never going to change unless you guys stop buying packs. Well, guess what? We're not buying packs. And there's a lot of big creators out there doing it. So from what we've been asked, we're doing it now, and if it doesn't work, hey, all I can say is that I tried, and a lot of people I'm cool with tried. Hopefully it works, but, you know, we'll see. Now, back onto the questions. Mitch says, if I put my CBs in at free safety and my strong safety in my lineup, will the two-man strategy card boost their man coverage still? If you put a player out of position without using the out of position or the secondary position change within the card, it's not going to affect it. So you would have to have a cornerback that can play secondary position free safety and actually change the chem on the card, I believe, for that boost to work. If not, it's not going to. David says, do you have to max out challenges to unlock player rewards, or do you get the same players for just passing the challenge with the minimal? I'm kind of lost on the way maybe you worded that question, but you never have to max out challenges per se. Like, I'll give you an example. With the Randy Moss All Madden solo challenges, if we go into solos, those rewards were found within the milestones, and if you look at the milestone rewards, right, there's 100 total stars. And to get the Randy Moss, you needed to get to tier 3, which I think was like 60 stars. So in that sense, you didn't have to max out the challenges to get this player reward. There aren't too many player rewards that are found within the milestones. Pretty much everything now is in the field pass. And in order to get the rewards out of the field pass, you just have to hit whatever level they are earned at on that field pass. Liquid Laces says, how long have you been a streamer and how did you start streaming? So I've been streaming pretty consistently, I would say, since about 2018, I think was the year I started, maybe 2017. How did I start? I mean, I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. I used to watch a lot of people, you know, when I was at work, when I didn't do this full time, I would watch a lot of other streamers. Big Cat, Pony Montana, probably the two biggest inspirations I had to get to start streaming. And I'd already been making YouTube content, and it just seemed like a fun thing to do, right? Stream, play the game, listen to music, hang out with people. And I talked to my wife about it, said, look, I want to start doing this as well. She bought me my first webcam for Christmas. It's been history ever since, and that's kind of how we got into it. Sawyer says, why can't I play the first Legend solos of week 1? I always get kicked out of MUT. Is that an issue? Is that issue ever been addressed? No, unfortunately, it has not. So that's happening. I don't know what's causing it. I think EA is aware of it. If not, I will make sure that they are. But if you played the Legend solos like the first week they came out, they were fine. They played through, no problem. I think after week 1, like when the second Legend release came out, for whatever reason, the Legend solos in week 1 are now bugged, and they've been that way since then. So I don't have any workaround. There's really no fix for it. You're not alone. That is happening to you. What inspired you to start creating Muck content? So I have like my full story of how I got into content creation. I actually did an interview with my guy Fendler, and shout out to him. To give you the long answer to this, we're going to link that interview that I did like last summer with him down below in the comment section if you guys want to check it out. It's a fun video. You kind of get some backstory on me. But essentially, I used to play Modern Warfare 2. I liked playing the game. I was pretty good at it. And I bought a capture card because I used to watch people like Chris Move on YouTube. And I did like, you know, terrible montages for Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, and I've been playing Madden all my life, and I just kind of got to thinking, well, you know, Call of Duty content is oversaturated, but there's people doing Madden content on YouTube and not a lot of them, so let me see if I can kind of get my foot in the door here. And I tried it and it worked, and the rest has kind of been history. So that's the quick answer to your question for my long story, but if you want to hear more, go check out that interview again, link down below. Who do you think is the best budget QB? So you'd have to give me a budget, like a coin amount, but I would say for Budget purposes, my idea of a budget right now, honestly, Aaron Rodgers is pretty cheap, and some might still consider him to be one of the best quarterbacks in the game. I think after that, I mean, I'm looking at the list here. There's not really, you know, Joe Montana's $201K. He's not terrible. Josh Allen, $139K, but if you're going to spend that, you might as well just buy Aaron Rodgers for $151. Baker Mayfield is under $100K. Marcus Mariota under $100K. Those are probably super budget options, but at this point, if you can't afford anybody over $200K, you need to spend about $151K and go get Aaron Rodgers. He has the quickest release in the game. Step by step, what is needed to max out Ladainian Tomlinson in Madden 23? I'll be honest with you, I don't know what you mean by max out Ladainian Tomlinson. Maybe mean powering him up, but powering him up doesn't really max out anything. It just gives him cheaper or discounted abilities, and at the end of the day, it's just not really worth it to do that. But you would take the power-up card, and then you have to put his 83 or 82, whatever overall, his first overall is. You'd have to put that card in there, then the 85, and then his 88 or 89, and it just gives you discounted abilities. You don't get any boosts on attributes. At the end of the day, like I said, it's not worth it. We did put out a video earlier in the year on how to power up cards, so if you want to go back and watch that for reference, that's more of a step-by-step guide, but I just don't think you should be doing it anyway. What is the most effective training method? Is training even worth getting at all? The training variety pack seems insane. My friend says he's made 1.5 million through them. So, I mean, there's not really a method. The one thing that I can show you, and again, this is all luck-based, and if you don't have more than, I'd say, 2 million coins, you shouldn't be trying this, but the main thing I've been doing lately, and I explained this in a video last weekend, is I've been opening up pro game day packs, right? So I would just keep opening these up over and over and over and over again. I do it at like 1 million coins at a time, and I've lost coins doing this. I've made coins doing this. I would say in the long run, I've definitely lost. But basically what I would do is I would take all the cards that I pull out of this pack, and we would open up several of them. I'm going to I'll quick sell it anyway. And basically what I would do is I would take all of the training that I get after opening up all of these packs, and then I would jump on over to the training store and just open up the training variety pack. And basically, when you get platinum cards, you're getting a bunch of coin back. If you get some good ones, like if you get some 87, 88s, in this case, you know, I just spent about 54K on that pack. This platinum card's 13K, so I lost there. It's more of a long-term method, but you can give it a try, but that's really it. Other than that, and just buying it off the auction house, then you can always go to MUT.gg/prices for the cheapest training rates out there. But there's really no method that's going to get it. Training variety pack is all going to be based off of luck. You know, one of my mods, Cheese, has pulled DK Metcalf 3 times. I've opened up the pack a bunch of times. I've pulled 0, so it's all luck-based. Cassius King says, Bengals Diamond, ? When will T. Higgins get the respect in mutual, I think you meant MUT, and get a #1 wide receiver type card? I wouldn't be surprised if maybe like TJ Hushmanzada or Pac-Man Jones or like Takeo Spikes is the Bengals Diamond. I'm just randomly throwing names out there. As far as T. Higgins, I mean, he had a pretty good game Thursday night last night, so maybe he gets a Team of the Week card. We shall see. No money spent. Are there any must-haves when it comes to position players trying to stack coins? Market is so bad right now, but who would you spend coins on? It really depends on how much you're willing to spend. I mean, if we're talking budget items, like the first name that comes to mind is Grant Delpit. He's been one of my favorite budget options the entire year. I think you can get him for under 100K. DeMarco Murray is a really good running back for budget. Basically, a lot of the 87 overall campus heroes are really, really good for budget options. Trayvon Merrick, Sidney Jones is a pretty good corner, but it really just depends on what budget you're looking to go after. I did drop videos a couple of weeks ago on the best cards under 100K on offense and defense. We'll link those down below in the comment section as a pinned comment if you want to check those out. Hopefully those will help you out. With the pack strike going, do you think EA is even going to do anything? I just don't know. I kind of talked about it earlier. I hope so. I think we're going to have to wait a lot longer than we think, right? So a week and a half is not enough. They haven't acknowledged it yet, so that's a little bit troublesome. But, you know, I just don't know. All I can say again, like I said earlier, is at least we tried. If it doesn't work, at least we know we tried. And anybody that suggests this again in the future, I'm just going to tell them to STF up. It's time to organize a mass boycott of the game and other EA games. I mean, I get it, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm just not going to do that. I'm frustrated with the issues. I'm not going to give them any more money until they get resolved, their pack odds get better, but I'm still going to play Madden because I enjoy playing Madden. It's a fun game to me. That's just not going to work. I get it. I mean, that is the real way that this is really going to affect it, but it's just not realistically ever going to happen. People just stop playing the game long term. It's just not. I'm sorry. Why does the game get worse as the new MUT year moves forward? You know, I can't answer that question. I don't know. I still, like I said, I think the gameplay's been very good. The MUT issues are insane and annoying, and the pack odds need to be fixed, but you guys should know that by now. How do we use our free Prime Twitch sub? I can link you a video down below in the comment section as a pinned comment, or you can come into my stream, twitch.tv/IamPopularStranger at any time when I'm live and type !Prime in the chat, and that will give you a link and show you how to do it. If you guys were unaware, especially all of you that mainly just watch the YouTube videos, if you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Prime Gaming, and you get a free Twitch Prime sub to any Twitch streamer. If you guys ever want to use that on my channel to show some support, it costs you nothing. It comes with your Prime membership. It doesn't auto-renew. All you got to do is come over to the chat one time, type !Prime in the chat. It'll give you a link, like I said, on how you can do it. If you guys want to throw me your sub, even if you don't really watch Twitch often, but you do have Amazon Prime. Look at that commercial right there for myself. Will we be getting DK make right? So I hope so, but again, they haven't acknowledged it yet. They have been acknowledging some of the other issues like the Eric Dickerson screen flash. They just tweeted about that not too long ago. They fixed an issue with the 86 overall Gridiron Guardians pack giving out 83s. So it seems like they're starting to tackle some issues. There was like 6 or 7 of them from yesterday. Of course, the hurricane is impacting a lot of things as well. We're still waiting on our house rules reward. So I do think that make rights will probably come out. I just don't know when. I also don't know what they will be. We had a similar situation last year where there was a Johnny Unitas LTD that was not in packs when it was supposed to, and basically they gave everybody that card for free. If they do that with DK, that's going to be a lot of 91 speed wide receivers on the field for everybody, which I guess isn't a terrible thing, but we had a similar issue this year with training and cards not being in a reroll, and they just gave everybody training back. So I don't know what they're going to do, how they track it, all of that. I think we will get make rights, but at this point, we can only wait and find out. And that's it. That's going to wrap up all the questions. Thank you guys for submitting. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.